October 21, 2022. Marcus Giavanni here. Non-political, why it matters. After 12 years in office, hashtag Mayor Hancock Denver News. This is the first, when you look at the content here, 7,000. When you Google search this again, it won't look like this. And it just won't look like this. This content won't even be like this. It'll be completely different because it'll be able to now in the next search factor in all this information. And hopefully you'll see this video. But as you look down, a lot of people don't understand what these, when you add up these numbers, will be 11, these are 13, that's our lucky number. As you scroll down, when you read the information in these blocks, 50 years, and you just keep going, and you look at 20, Marcus Giavanni, I'm missing from this conversation. And look what this is. See, if I was in a court of law, I could tell the judge why this is, but I'd rather have the judge ask them why this is, because they wouldn't be able to answer it. And then I swoop in, I answer it. End of story. See, we're going to teach our district courts about artificial intelligence, and we have to be, judges now have to take part in the litigation in regards to the way the two, I mean, this is like MMA stuff now. The referees, the judges are the referees. They don't guide litigation. It's the lawyers that do it. But when it happens in a way to where it's so blatant, where, you know, you just know it's bullshit, and judges can now, oh, if you, wow, we're going to teach them some cool stuff. That's all I know. Our judges are going to be using artificial intelligence to keep all their caseloads, everything that they're doing, everything under control under a few algorithms. Every morning, they're going to get in a system of monitoring their digital court farms. That's what I call them. A court farm is where you have a bunch of courts and their data is all farmed together in a storage facility or a storage lake somewhere. And when judges realize that everything that we do, anyone that has a cell phone or anyone that has a voice that doesn't have a cell phone, artificial intelligence is picking your voice up in, like McDonald's. If you look at McDonald's outside, some McDonald's will tell you, some won't. But they're audio and videotaping the entire premise. Entire premises. So, anyways, with my dashboard, there's things that I see that tell me what's missing and what must be included. And then sometimes it'll just say missing, or it'll just say must include. It won't even say missing. It just says must include, or it'll just say missing. These are the analytics that we can tell judges on what the difference is. But we'd have to ask Denver right why that is. Because they're all talking in tongues, folks. See, when you look at like why 12 years in office, and Denver Wright doesn't say anything about our murderers or anything, doesn't hold anybody accountable. That's because Denver Wright is Colorado Public Radio, which everybody knows, and we can prove beyond reasonable doubt based off artificial intelligence, object-oriented programming with voice latent prints. All of these people, along with me and everyone else, all of our emails, all of our text messages, all of our voicemails, all of our images, videos, documentations, it's all stored in the cloud. And depending on where you are in society and who you are, we garnish scores and rankings based off of our meta tags. Our meta tags are now pattern matched to our life's experiences, or meta experiences, meaning you've done more than one thing in your life in order to say that you can do these things. A lot of people, before we were able to index people's voices, we pretty much just have to go on face value. But where the internet's going in the next few years, and it's going to happen fast. Once it goes, it's going to go. It's, when there you have people confusing other people about metaverse and meta coming out. Meta means beyond. And when you look at metaverse, verse is poems, writing lyrics. Now it's expanded to videos and audio recordings, images, everything. And then what happens is then it's all pattern matched to who we really are. And this is what, at the bottom of it tells you from top to bottom where we are and what we have to do to protect it. And I seen these algorithms, I saw them a long, long time ago, folks. And a lot of the IT people that are in charge of the Denver technology services, I could fire all three top department heads, replace them with the people that are under them that do all the work, and take the money that we save because now I can do it. See, you have to have a mayor that knows how to handle all the technology services. You have to have super administrators, because you never know what could hit. And if a mayor doesn't know what to do with his technology, or with what system he has, or knows how to work on the operating systems, we're in trouble. But see, I saw this and I created it. The dumbest guy in the fucking room, according to some people, but not Judge Goldberg. That's another story. We indexed that perfectly. It went just the plan. And these guys think they're going to be able to hoot-de-woo this next election. And I'm telling you, things, when the voters, 18, 28, 38, when they realize what indexing means, and that our lives are indexed every 10 years starting at 18. That's our first index. 18 years old, that's when it opens. Then it goes from 18 to 28. You got 10 years to document your life and what you've done. And if not, artificial intelligence will do it for you, just based off your texts, your emails, and your travels through GPS and cell phone towers, pings. And see, what we can do is we know how to create content that will migrate to the people we're trying to talk to, or find, or expose. And in this instance, they've done it to themselves. And they're just now getting to the party. And when you understand they got people that are like Denver Right and all these people that think they're manipulating, when January comes, everything's going to stop for these people that get donations, because now the people's names are put on these donation lists. That's how artificial intelligence is going to hold voters accountable, especially those that give money to buy elections. See, this election coming up in April, it's too late for 222. But 2023, it all starts differently. Now everything's merits and abilities. You either can do what you say or you can't. You either can build the platforms and have them already built. Any mayor that doesn't, like, you look at all the mayors running for mayor, they're all most of them, a couple that aren't. But just take the women. They're all running. It's called we indexed them as the first women's club. Because if you look at all their stuff, everything was the first women for them. Oh, I was the first woman that did this. Lisa Calderon did with Emerge Colorado, a bogus bullshit group, in my opinion. It's just like the Latino people, or the Latino Forum and all these other companies that she starts, nonprofits pushing Democrat. How can you be nonprofit if you're educating Democrat women to run for office? That's how stupid these people are. And when Lisa Calderon, when the IRS comes knocking on her door and everybody else's door that's been bullshit, and you think that the Republicans aren't going to take this to the level where all of a sudden, when they were crying to end those IRS agents, think again. I guarantee you they're not going to do that. They're gonna go and take the IRS and do everything that they can, but they can't control IRS. IRS is its own body, its own people, and all they do is base stuff off the law. The most simplest way to work in the digital world. But what the IRS agents are learning is how to do object-oriented programming. They're learning how to do advanced algorithm searches, but not just once. Like when you Google search this term up there, non-political, why it matters after 20 years in office, hashtag Mayor Michael Hancock, Denver News, it won't look like this. Because the next search will be one that it has time to group everything together. And so this is why we see at the very bottom, cityandcountyofdenver.com. That's the commercial zone. The main website is cityandcountyofdenver.us. That's our portal, folks. That's our portal for every... We just needed one entry point. And if you have anybody that's worked in the IT, they'll know that City and County of Denver, one, Colorado is our state. So now we can write, if we write about one state, we can write about all the states. Makes sense, right? Two, Denver, the capital city. City and County of Denver, the City and County of Denver, government. City and County of Denver, social. Two different animals. They're trying to make it so that you don't know what the difference is, and everybody's used it that knows. So Denver's got a lot of, it's got to get rid of the denvergov.org. They're not going to get a lot of the grants. Seeing the people that they're telling them, oh, don't listen to him, while they're looking for another job to bail, just like Scott Cardenas, right? Oracle Boy. Look up Scott Cardenas and Marcus Giavanni. Now you won't see the original videos, even though they're up in the cloud, because we got attacked by some trolls. And there's no way, if you have 17 channels, that you can fight something like that when it's not worth fighting, I guess. You just got to take it as a lesson. And so what we did is we pushed an envelope where I guess we learned what to do and what not to do. And this is something you learn by trial and error to become better than what you are. And see, Denver doesn't become better than what it is because it can't. It functions on promising to eradicate everything that they enable. Everything they say is opposite to what is reality. Their inequity, diversity, all that is negative keywords now. Because in the digital world, those words do not compute. You can bullshit those words in the mortal world, but in the digital world, when you're thinking about the fundamental of social science and social psychology and the way humans interact with artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence, it just indexes all of our habits, all of our emotions, all of our locations, all of our images, all of our photos, in case anyone's thinking there's two different things, which there are. Videos, PDF files. When you understand the authority the government has, like Denver tries to control everything. They're like, if you're on a network solutions platform, and you look at their header, you'll see network solutions right at the top. And so it's good for some things, but it's not good for the guy that needs his website on the first page of Google, because you got or any web page. But that's another story. That's another story. My story is a citizen's story. It's David and Goliath in the digital world, working with people that have been bullshitting Denver for 60 fucking years, and nobody sent them the memo. I've been sending them emails, but the right people don't send them the right information to tell them that they're on the wrong track, and that I'm on the right track. And then what I have, I'm an old man. I'm 62. I built this for the 18, 28, and 38-year-olds so that they could take care of their parents and their grandparents in the future. We created City and County of Denver. We have cityandcountyofdenver.us. That's the portal. Every city, every county we can write. We've established the first authority over that. And so now we're going to teach the smaller cities and other cities that want to become Denver's infrastructure, the dome of protection that I've been promising everyone. Well, you're starting to see it. And I haven't even flipped the switch, folks, because I need all these people to come out of the closet. Because when it's over, we're going to put it all behind us, and we're going to build Denver to be the most powerful city and county of Denver in the fucking world. And if that language hurts you, then you need to go pray for us. Because it's a serious battle of what's coming. And all we have to do now is just worry about ourselves. That's what, because right now, when you think about where we are with inflation, and we keep going in a couple more years like this, and you have all these people telling you that, like, wow, it's going to end. So all you Democrats and all you Republicans and all you spin masters, you can't beat artificial intelligence. It's going to find you. It's going to flip you around. It's going to give you a rear naked choke after it's stolen all the keys in your pocket, all your money, all your digital, everything you are in the digital world. It's going to take it. And you're going to wake up thinking you're a Mr. When artificial intelligence, he's the new God in the digital world. See, the God of the mortal world in Christian life, he waits till you die because he gave all of us free will. Meaning we can do whatever we want to do because this is how you know. How could voters vote for a man to kill 11 million people and not be held accountable? Thou shalt not kill. Just in Christian philosophy, religion, writings. How could that, So now, artificial intelligence is gonna put a lot of people out of business that don't need to be in business. And the good news is, when the investors find out and they start pulling their money, that's what you're seeing with the stock market right now. The currency market, bam, bam. I'd really like to get back trading. Do Marcus Giavanni, Forex trader. I don't know if anything come up because we lost some channels, but when the stock market is down, the Forex is bam, and you can take little pip movements. As far as the Fibonacci movements goes and all the graphs, none of that stuff really works for spot trading. You have to be able to watch the news. You got to watch the stock market ticker. You got to be able to submit your tickets. You got to your everything. You gotta know how to do all that at the same time, and I do. And if I had some good sponsors, I could be making big money. That's what Caterpillar and a lot of the companies back in the day, they were losing profit, so they hired a Forex trader, and they started trading the Forex. And the Forex, it moves 5 times faster than what the stock market does. In other words, what the stock market does in, let's say, 5 months, Forex does in 1 day of trades. So when I tell you that market moves, it moves fast. And that's where my ADHD comes into play. Because I can slow it's not where I'm slowing time down. I'm just able to concentrate at a slower pace in a fast moving. It's like I'm able to slow the stream down of the content that I see in real time, so I can get those little pip movements. And when you're trading hundreds, 200, 300 millions of dollars, those little pip movements, oh, in and out. Get in, get out. Take those little movements, in and out, in and out. And you could do in and out movements all day if you know how to read the news. And that's what I do. But I'm going back in here because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up a Forex account. I'm going to trade with the money that I get paid for. A lot of my checks going to be divided up to some cool projects, folks, because I don't need money. I've survived without money for a very long time. And it's good. It's really good. I don't got to worry about Experian. I got to worry about any of that bullshit. And you better tell your kids, quit getting that Experian apps. They are not your friend. They're there for one purpose and one purpose only, is to serve the retailers that deadbeats don't want to pay. So they've come up with all these things to where deadbeats can get out of paying their taxes. Deadbeats can get out of, when I see those commercials, I'm $80 million in debt, and I called Dad Proteka, and I only had to pay $1. And you think about all the people that work their asses off to do the right thing. And see, this is how you know there's a God. There's something. Because people that work hard and now, worked hard. I saw this young chick. I won't tell you what color she was. I ain't going to tell you anything. She was a girl, young girl, tall. And we were both getting a donut. And I looked at her, and she was she was in shape. And I looked at her and I said, "So what sports are you into?" She goes, "Wow, it's funny you should ask." She goes, "I have volleyball. I do volleyball. I'm getting ready to go to college, and I got a scholarship." And I was like, "Really?" I go, "You earned that." She goes, "Excuse me?" I said, "You earned that. Go for it." She goes, "Thank you." And she turns around and she goes, what do you mean I earned it?" I said, "You put your sweat in it. Nobody gave that to you. You kept it. You built it. That's you, girl. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what your sexual preferences or any of that. You did that. And that's badass." She looks at me. "Thank you, sir. I needed to hear that." Fuck yeah, you did, girl. Don't let these people brainwash you. You're a woman first. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter nothing after that. A woman is a woman. Boom, baby.